Hello students, welcome back to our general English class. This is the final part of the first chapter, the portrait of a lady. To begin with these new things from the chapter, we will revise the last class what we have done. So in the last class we have found that the grandma was literally very disturbed with the new way of life. She was disturbed with the new school, new way of the new learning which the author was getting from his new school. Then he went, what we have found, he had grown up, he went to university and their rooms were separated. When the rooms were separated, the common link of friendship between grandmother and the author was snapped. Then we have found that grandma, she accepted her loneliness and she has taken a new job of spinning wheel and feeding the sparrows. As we have got that in a day, it was 30 minutes, half an hour of time was there in the afternoon, which was the happiest moment of her day. And in that 30 minutes, in that half an hour, she used to take rest and she used to feed the sparrows, and we have found that a good number of birds used to come over her. Some used to sit over her head, over her legs, they used to perch her, and she used to feed the small bits of breadcrumbs to the birds. We have also found after his university, when he want to do his further studies, when he want to get further studies, he want to go to abroad. He wanted to go to abroad, but grandma was actually very upset with his decision. She actually was not wanting him to send away from him. So what we have found, that he had decided after his university, he had decided to go abroad for his further studies, and on the day of his journey, grandma followed him at the railway station. All the family members, they went to the railway station. With them, grandma was also there. The way he has seen grandma all throughout his life, that very day she was also the same. She was busy in reciting prayers and she was very calm, quiet. She was very silent. She was very calm and composed. She came near him. She embraced him and kissed over his forehead. The author, just when he was going inside the train, he looked back and he was in doubt whether he could see his grandmother again in his life, because the condition of grandma was very serious. She was very weak and it was doubtful that whether she will survive for the next 5 years. As we know, he was going abroad for 5 years. Coming back again to our chapter, we can find, yes, he went away. Grandma was still there in the house. He was in doubt whether he could able to see or not. After 5 years, when he came back, he again met grandmother at the station, at the railway station. He was amazed to see grandmother still alive. She survived for last 5 years again. What he is telling, when he has seen him again after 10 years of his study in abroad, she didn't look a day older than he has seen him all throughout his life. She was again, all he has seen, she was busy in reciting the prayers. She was very calm, very composed. She was not talking to anyone, very silent. She was busy closing her eyes and with the bead of the rosary which was there in her hand, she was busy in reciting that. She was all these 5 years, she was waiting to see him. Her love was composed inside her. It was there inside her heart, and all these 5 years she was waiting for him to see. She went to the railway station, embraced him again, and all of them came back to the house. After coming back, he was little more surprised to see that till today her happiest moment was that half an hour which she spent with the sparrows. She didn't change a little. Grandmother didn't change again for these 5 years. So, by the evening, the day on which the author Khushwant Singh returned back, on that day, by the evening, it was little strange for everyone. So, this day grandmother was behaving as if like it was a whole new grandmother they could see. She was behaving in a new manner which they had never seen her. What she did, she collected all the women of the women of the neighborhood of her locality. She called all the women of the locality. She collected an old drum, a musical instrument drum. I think all of you know it very well. This you can say it tabla. All of you have seen like this a drum. That drum which she had collected, it was for several hours she thumped the sagging skin of the dilapidated drum. The drum was little old, and she for several hours, after collecting all the women of the locality, all of them together, grandma was behaving little different. They have never seen in their life like today. So, grandma was just she was thumping the drum which she had collected for several hours. At a stretch for several hours she was thumping the drum, and she was singing the homecoming songs of warrior. Here listen, grandma is very silent. She don't express her love. She doesn't show her love externally. Her love was internal. Her love for her grandchild, for her grandson, was all there inside her heart. What she did, it was the happiest day of her life. We can able to understand, though she had not uttered a single word, but it was the happiest day of her life. She had never behaved like this all throughout her life. She collected all the women of her locality, collected a drum, and she was thumping the drum for several hours, and she was singing. She was continuously she was singing. She was singing for several hours and thumping the drum. So what happened? That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. The author is telling, that was the first time, that was the first day in her life which he had seen all throughout from his childhood. It was the first day of their life they had seen that grandma did not pray. She didn't pray. Rather, she collected the women of the locality and they started thumping the drum and singing the song. They were singing the homecoming songs of warrior. In this case, in her case, who is the warrior then? We all know who are warriors. When our armies they fight for the war, when they fight the borders, when they come back, we welcome them as warriors. Here, in this chapter, who is the warrior then? For whom is the grandmother singing? The warrior is for her the warrior is her grandchild, is her grandson, the author Khushwant Singh. As it was the happiest day to see him back after 5 long years, she was waiting all throughout these years. She was actually missing him in these years, in these days, but she could not able to. She don't actually express her love for him, but she was all these days she was waiting, and she was singing. She was welcoming her grandson back to the family, back to her life. It was as if she had found her lost little grandson whom she was living with, whom she was taking to the school. She was actually getting back him after all these years. So this day was over. All the family members, by looking at grandmother, the way grandmother was behaving, they were little worried. As grandmother was very old, she was weak enough. They were worried that the way the grandmother was singing with her loud voice, she would definitely fall ill. They were worrying about that. Yes, their assumption doesn't went in vain. The next very morning, she fell ill. It was a mild fever, and the doctor told them she will be well very soon. She is going to be get well very soon. When the doctor came, seen her, it was mild fever. It was not like that she was going through a very high temperature. But it was the doctor said that she will be all right. She will be all right very soon. But this day again, grandma, she behaved differently, as if she had given up, as if she was waiting for her lost grandson. She had given up, and what she did, she didn't hear anything. She didn't listen to the doctor. She didn't listen to other family members. She was all silent, and without wasting any time, of talking with others, she started her praying. She started to pray. As usual, she was all lost in prayers. Her hand was busy with her bead, and she was ignoring everyone. She was ignoring everyone. She don't want to listen to anyone. She don't want to talk to anyone. She was continuing. She was busy in her prayers. She was lost in her prayers, and she was also praying with the bead of the rosary, which is there in her hand. Everyone protested. Everyone protested, why grandma, why you are behaving differently? Talk to us, you will be all right. The doctor said that it is not very serious. You will be very well. You will be well very soon. Talk to us. Grandmother refused all their protest. She refused. She ignored. She didn't say any single word. What she did then? She lay peacefully over the bed. She was lying over the bed very peacefully. She was praying and telling her beads. She was lost in her prayers. She was lost in the remembrance of God. Even before anyone could suspect what is going to happen with grandmother, what is going to happen with grandma, what they had seen, her lips stopped. For the first time in their life, they had seen her lips stopped, and the rosary fell from her lifeless fingers. The bead of rosary, which was there in her hand, it fell down from her lifeless fingers. Why is the word lifeless mentioned? Grandma is no more. This time, before they could be able to suspect what is going to happen with what happened with grandma, grandma is finished. Grandma died. She had understood it and saw that she refused all the protest with the family members. She refused to listen to the doctor. Grandma was no more then. All these 5 years she was waiting for her grandson to see, and she was waiting to die peacefully after seeing her grandson. So, we lifted what they are telling, we lifted her off the bed. As it is a customary, they have taken her out of the bed, kept the dead body of grandmother at a very safe place, at a very where they had kept, laid her on the ground and covered her with a red shroud. They had taken her away from the bed, and they kept her over the ground, as we all know, when a person die, well, it is a customary, it is a tradition of taking the dead person, dead body out of the bed, out of the living place, and they are kept at a safe place. So grandmother was also kept there, and she was covered with a red shroud. What do you mean by the word shroud? As we all know, when a person dies, we cover the person with a white cloth. That cloth, the cloth which is made to cover a dead person is called shroud. Here, grandmother was covered with a red shroud. She was covered with a red shroud. So, all these things are happening at the evening. After the few hours, so all these things are happening in the morning, the next morning when the author came. After a few hours of mourning, everyone was crying for grandmother. They were weeping for grandmother. They were remembering grandmother. They were remembering all the things which grandmother used to do. As we all know, we do such kind of things when a very close one of ours die. So what happened? So it was going to be evening. Her funeral was going to take place by evening. The sun was setting down. The sun was going to set down, and all of us have seen, you have also seen, that some days by the evening in the hot summer season, you can see when there is a good sunlight, by the evening when the sun is going to set, we can see a yellowish light come over the yellowish light covers the whole place while the sun is going to set down. So on that very day, the evening when the sun was setting down, a blaze of golden light came. A blaze of golden light lit up grandmother's room, lit up where the dead body of grandmother is kept, where the dead grandmother is kept. And what happened when the people were coming to take the dead body of grandmother for the funeral, for the last rituals? They stopped halfway. Why they had stopped there? They could see all over the veranda and in her room, right up from where she lay dead, and wrapped in her room all the way, there were thousands of sparrows, thousands of birds coming, thousands of birds came there to pay the last tribute to the grandmother. As we have got, as we know, grandmother was very fond of animals and birds. She feed animals, she feed birds. Her half an hour, her 30 minutes with the sparrows this 30 minutes was the best moment of her life. And and when she died, on her death, what we have found? The sparrows, thousands of sparrows came over. They were all over her room to see the grandmother for the last time. Thousands, just imagine thousands of birds. How this grandmother, she used to love these birds so much that even on her death, they came to see for the last time. All of them were there. Some of them were there over her shroud, over her dead body. Some of them were there over the veranda, over her room, over her bed, everywhere. They could see the whole place was covered with the sparrows, with the birds. The birds were mourning too. The birds were weeping too. The birds were crying too. They were also very sad. They were also very sad to see their grandmother, to see their loving grandmother. This lady was not only the grandmother of the author of Khushwant Singh, rather she was also the grandmother of all the birds and the animals whom she fed. They were very fond of her. All of what we have found while she was in the village, all the dogs used to come they used to come together. They used to gaunt, they used to play around her, they used to go all through the path to their house. They were there with her. And here also, after coming to the city, the birds within a very few days they could able to find their loving person. And the people of the members of the family and the other people of the neighborhood, they were also very surprised to see there were more birds than people on her funeral. It was little more. They were very shocked. They were very surprised that they never imagined, or rather, we cannot even imagine birds and animals coming to see a dead person. We could never imagine how much a person, by looking at these birds, we can able to imagine how much love she was having, how much love and affection she was having with the birds and the birds with her. That love and affection was reciprocated with the grandmother and the birds. They were very sorry. All the members of the family and the other people were very sorry to see the birds there. The birds which came on the death of grandmother, thousands of birds came, but all the birds were silent. There were no creeping of the birds. The whole space was pin drop silence. Not a single bird crept for a while. Not a single bird. All of them were mourning for the grandmother in silence. So after some time, they came. The grandmother was taken away for the last rituals. She was taken away for the funeral. What happened? The author's mother, Khushwant Singh's mother, after the dead body of the grandmother was taken away, like the grandmother used to give the breadcrumbs to the sparrows, Khushwant Singh's mother, the author's mother, what she did? She made small bits of breadcrumbs and she gave these breadcrumbs to the sparrows who came on the death of the grandmother. She gave a huge number of, she gave some breadcrumbs to the sparrows, like the grandmother used to give. The very next morning, so this day is over, grandmother is dead, she is no more, she is taken away, and the last rituals, the funeral has taken place. Author's mother gave the breadcrumbs to the sparrows who came on the death of the grandmother. They had not seen whether the sparrows are taking the breadcrumbs or not, whether they are eating the breadcrumbs or not. The sparrows, so in the very next morning, after the death of the grandmother, what we have found, after the grandmother's crops was taken off, the next morning, all the breadcrumbs which the mother of the author had given to the sparrows were still there over the ground. These sparrows have not taken any single piece of breadcrumb. Any single pieces of breadcrumbs they have not taken. The next morning, the sweeper came and the sweeper swept all the breadcrumbs. All the breadcrumbs the sweeper swept in the dustbin. They have not taken a single piece of breadcrumb. It was the last day the sparrows came over their courtyard. It was the last day the sparrows came to see their grandmother. The sparrows could able to know that grandmother is no more. It was the last day and grandmother and the grandmother was also not there. So there was no reason for them to come again to the place. There was no reason for them to get love and affection from a person, from a person who was very close to them. It was the last thing they could able to do for the grandmother. It was the last thing they could able to do. They came over her dad only to pay a tribute, only to pay the homage to their lost grandmother. Unlike the other people of the family, unlike the other people of the neighborhood, we have found that the sparrows, thousands of sparrows who came over her dead, they were also very silent, and they were mourning they were weeping, they were very sad for the grandmother. They had lost one of the very close person. They have lost their gem. They have lost their person who used to give them food. It was the last thing they could able to do, and they did a tribute to the grandmother by coming and looking at grandmother for the last time. So, here the chapter ends. What we could see, what we could get in this, what we could see here is that the author came back after 5 years. What he had seen, grandmother didn't change. She did not change. Rather, she was enjoying that day. It was the happiest day of her life. She collected all the women of the locality of her neighborhood, and she started thumping the drum and singing the song for the song of warriors. She was singing the homecoming song for warriors. Here the warrior for her is the author. So what we have found that they sang, and then by the very next day she was caught with mild fever. Although it was going to be the last time of her life, but she kept on praying. She was lost in praying. The rosary fell down. We are going to finish the chapter, and then we have found a thousand number of sparrows came over her dead body. They paid tribute. All the family members were very sad. What we could see here, a grandmother, how much a grandmother loves her grandson. Then it was the love of a grandmother and a grandson which is pictured here. Khushwant Singh, the author of this chapter, had actually written an autobiography on his childhood. He has written an autobiography about his childhood, about his grandmother, and all we could see here, the love and affection between them. How much his grandmother used to love him, and how much he used to love him. While he was going to the abroad, he was just hoping to see grandmother for the last time. He was hoping to see again, and then after 5 years when he came, he had seen him. And we have found out all the most beautiful thing is that on the death of the grandmother, we have seen the love, not only the love for her grandson, we have seen the love we have seen her love with the birds too. So here we end the chapter. I hope you got the thing, you got the theme. Are you learning? Are you going through the chapter? I don't know, but I will tell you again and again to go through the chapter and find out the difficult things, go through the chapter and understand it very well. Alright then, thank you. We will be back with some other topics. Till then, bye.